Let's jump right into this explainer and finally decode the absolute mess of portable power jargon we're seeing in 2026. I mean, honestly, have you ever bought a power bank that promised the world only to leave you totally stranded with a dead phone halfway through the day? Yeah, we've all been there. It's literally the ultimate modern frustration. You buy a shiny new 10,000 milliamp hour bank, and it only seems to charge your phone once, maybe twice if you're incredibly lucky, before it's completely dead. Well, today, we're going to crack the code on exactly why these things drain so fast, and more importantly, how you can shop smarter.
So, here's our roadmap for today. We'll hit the power bank spec code, explain MAH versus VH, dive into the fast charging revolution, cover top picks by scenario, and wrap up with some final buying recommendations.
All right, Section 1. The power bank spec code, translating the geek speak. Let's be real, Amazon search results are basically an overwhelming alphabet soup of numbers and letters right now.
You almost always see MAH blasted across the front of the box in giant text, right? But the watt-hour, or WH, is actually the number you need to be looking at. A watt-hour is a measure of true energy. It basically combines the electrical charge with the voltage to show you exactly what a battery can realistically pull off. Think of it as the ultimate apples-to-apples metric for battery capacity. Moving to Section 2, MAH versus WH explained, or as I like to call it, tank size versus actual fuel. Let's break down the absolute biggest misconception in mobile power today. Think of it like a car. The MAH is basically the physical size of the gas tank at the battery's internal voltage. For almost all consumer power banks, that internal voltage is 3.7 volts. But here's the kicker. Your smartphone actually requires 5 volts or even higher to charge. So to push that charge into your phone, the power bank literally has to work to convert its internal 3.7 volts up to 5 volts. So while MAH tells you the size of the tank, WH tells you the actual usable fuel that's making it into your device.
And that brings us to, honestly, the most revealing number in mobile power, 25 to 35%. When your power bank is working to bridge that gap and step up the voltage, energy gets lost during the conversion, mostly as heat. You're actually losing about a quarter to a third of that advertised capacity. So that 10,000 milliamp bank, it's realistically only delivering about 6,500 to 7,500 milliamps to your phone. It's not false advertising, and it's not hidden in the fine print. It's just pure physics.
This brilliantly highlights exactly why understanding watt-hours is absolutely crucial, especially if you travel. 100 watt-hours is the strict, legal airline carry-on limit for portable batteries. Regulators do not care about flashy marketing numbers. They care about the true energy stored inside because of thermal risks. Just for context, a 20,000 milliamp hour battery is roughly 74 watt-hours, so that keeps you perfectly safe for your next flight. All right, Section 3, the fast charging revolution and why your gear is shrinking. You've probably noticed that high-powered laptop chargers are getting way smaller lately, but somehow they're packing more power? Well, the secret sauce here is gallium nitride, or GaN. We've relied on silicon for decades, but silicon definitely has its limits, especially when things get hot. GaN is this highly efficient material that's just completely replacing silicon. It lets these chargers run much cooler, shrink way down in physical size, and handle massive wattages without, literally melting down. And look, GaN isn't just some premium niche thing anymore. It is a total industry takeover. It's now used in over 50% of chargers that are 65 watts and above, mainly because it maintains an incredible 95% plus power efficiency. Plus, international regulations are really driving this. The EU's 2025 Eco-Design Regulation essentially forces GaN to be the only practical choice going forward to meet those strict efficiency and universal USB-C rules. On to Section 4. Top picks by scenario, matching the tech to your life. Based on extensive testing from our sources, let's actually look at the hardware and match the right tech to what you actually need. First up, a quick head-to-head between two heavyweights, Ugreen and Basis. Ugreen is pretty much the ultimate choice for travel and Apple users. They've got incredibly compact GaN designs, really exceptional heat control, and they deliver this conservative, safe power that iPhones just love. Basis, on the other hand, is the undisputed king of the complex desk setup. If you're running a laptop, an external monitor, and a phone all at once, Basis gives you unmatched port variety and really intelligent power splitting. Okay, let's talk about getting the absolute most bang for your buck in that sub-$30 category. For everyday use, the undisputed winner is the CookTech 10 Mini. For around 25 pounds, which is roughly 30 bucks, this little guy gives you 10,000 milliamp hours and blazing fast 55-watt USB-C speeds, all packed into a pocket-sized frame. So my clear bottom line buying recommendation for the everyday user? Go with the CookTech 10 Mini. It just offers a totally unbeatable speed to price ratio. Now, contrast that budget pick with this absolute beast. The Anker Prime A110A is our heavyweight laptop pick. We are talking a massive 26,250 milliamp hour capacity and an astonishing 300 watts of total output. It even has a smart touchscreen display that hooks up to an app via Bluetooth. If you're a remote worker, a video editor, or just someone who needs to run a high-performance laptop at full throttle from a coffee shop, this is your ultimate tool.
But hey, what if your desk is literally in the middle of the woods? For outdoor and camping enthusiasts, our sources highly recommend the Scotch Power Up 30K. When you're completely off-grid, you need rugged utility. This unit packs an insane 32,000 milliamp hours, an ultra-bright integrated flashlight for navigating the campsite, and, this is huge, a built-in AC outlet. That means you can plug in actual appliances, air pumps, or standard wall chargers miles away from civilization.
Finally, Section 5, Final Buying Recommendations, How to Shop Smart. Let's wrap up this explainer by translating all this tech data into clear, actionable advice so you never waste money on a disappointing power bank again. Let's run through the top 3 common mistakes you definitely want to avoid. Number 1, do not buy unnecessary wattage. Plugging a 20-watt phone into a 100-watt charger isn't going to make it charge any faster. The phone literally only takes what it can handle. Number 2, never ignore sustained heat. If your charger is constantly running hot, it is actively killing your device's long-term battery health. And number 3, avoid overloading multi-ports. If you plug a high-drain laptop, a tablet, and a phone into a single brick all at the same time, you really need to check the power split charts, or you might end up throttling everything down to a crawl. I really love this quote from the Smart Gear Outlet testing team because it perfectly sums up the whole philosophy of this guide. Honestly, there are rarely bad top-tier brands anymore. The industry is just too highly regulated. The real mistake is buying a massive, heavy laptop power bank when all you need is to charge your iPhone, or buying a budget 15-watt charger and wondering why your MacBook is dying while it's actively plugged in.
So, I want to leave you with this final thought to take away today. Knowing what we now know about watt hours, that 25% energy conversion loss, and the incredible efficiency of GaN technology, what are the true energy needs of your specific everyday carry? Seriously, take an inventory of your bag before you make your next purchase. Match your wattage to your actual devices, and you will always have the power you need. Thanks for joining me on this explainer.